Dear leader, the time of increased uncertainty, unpredictability, and volatility is not a time to shrink, it's a time to multiply. It's a time to expand. And that's exactly what we'll be doing at the Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable on May 23 and 24 in Lagos, Nigeria. I have passionately supported entrepreneurs and high-level professionals the last few decades to unleash their potential and to realize them. So this is going to be a very special event. I'm inviting two of my experienced business friends to join me in answering questions, in solving real problems. So the smartest thing you could do right now, grab your seat, and then I'll see you on May 23. Their leader.
I joined the Circle group. While I was going through your message, I went through the 40 days reset program. Between then and now, I've seen a lot has changed. All because, some of your messages, some of your leadership words, encouragement on how we should follow procedures. Some of these things, the way you talk it, you make it seem as if it's not difficult.
I went back to the 40-day reset. So in one of it, that if I start thinking about being a victim or anything, it's not going to help me and it's not going to help my employer as well. So every day when I'm driving to work, I play each of those things and it has really helped me. Wow. Oh, it has helped me. Wow. I found out that the way I see myself has really, really changed.
I immediately joined Circle and started the 40-day reset. It has been absolutely life-changing for me as far as a mindset shift that I didn't know I needed.
It's a very wonderful mental reset. If you're just joining in here and you have not tried that, please just go and check it out. I can promise you will come back and testify.
I joined the Circle group. While I was going through your message, I went through the 40 days reset program. Between then and now, I've seen a lot has changed. All because, some of your messages, some of your leadership words, encouragement on how we should follow procedures. Some of these things, the way you talk it, you make it seem as if it's not difficult.
I went back to the 40-day reset. So in one of it, that if I start thinking about being a victim or anything, it's not going to help me and it's not going to help my employer as well. So every day when I'm driving to work, I play each of those things and it has really helped me. Wow. Oh, it has helped me. Wow. I found out that the way I see myself has really, really changed.
I immediately joined Circle and started the 40-day reset. It has been absolutely life-changing for me as far as a mindset shift that I didn't know I needed.
It's a very wonderful mental reset. If you're just joining in here and you have not tried that, please just go and check it out. I can promise you will come back and testify.
I joined the Circle group. While I was going through your message, I went through the 40 days reset program. Between then and now, I've seen a lot has changed. All because, some of your messages, some of your leadership words, encouragement on how we should follow procedures. Some of these things, the way you talk it, you make it seem as if it's not difficult.
I went back to the 40-day reset. So in one of it, that if I start thinking about being a victim or anything, it's not going to help me and it's not going to help my employer as well. So every day when I'm driving to work, I play each of those things and it has really helped me. Wow. Oh, it has helped me. Wow. I found out that the way I see myself has really, really changed.
I immediately joined Circle and started the 40-day reset. It has been absolutely life-changing for me as far as a mindset shift that I didn't know I needed.
It's a very wonderful mental reset. If you're just joining in here and you have not tried that, please just go and check it out. I can promise you will come back and testify.
I joined the Circle group. While I was going through your message, I went through the 40 days reset program. Between then and now, I've seen a lot.
Their leader, when you want to take your business forward, what do? You check your capacity for exploration and your capacity for exploitation. Both are important strategies. Exploration has to do with new markets, new products, new services, expansion, growth. The exploitation has to do with you deriving value from what is already there. Now you've got to be successful on both platforms. Now to do that, you need insights. You need insights to be able to move from resources to resourcefulness. And the best way to do that, you've got to hang around smart people. Because just a slight shift in your perspective would help you to uncover value where it is. Sometimes it's likely been around you for a long time, but you've not paid attention to it. Now that's exactly what's going to happen in the room at our Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable, holding in Lagos, Nigeria on May 23 and 24. This is not going to be thousands of people like we normally do, just about 50 people in a room. Smart people. I remember recently at one of our meetings, so one of us took time to give some insights on the psychology of a particular core group that is a part of our target audience. When it was done, I gave him a hand clap. I said, you know what you just did? You just delivered the master class there. I like to hang around smart people. Remember, insight is the key to uncovering value. Now, with that small number of people, I'm also bringing in two of my friends who are highly experienced in business. We're going to be answering questions. We're going to be resolving issues for people. Amazing. Not to talk of the networking value. The first day, the 23rd, we're having dinner together and networking, getting to know one another. And on the 24th, almost the whole day, we'll be discussing together. We'll be resolving issues. Wow, this is the kind of the thing you don't want to miss. So we call it the Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable. The key word is accelerator. Why? It's for those of us that want to go 10x, 100x, 1000x. So, by the way, I have a few slots available for one-on-one with some people. I can do it for 50 people, just a few people, but a small number of people. So honestly, you need to just grab your seat right away. It's going to be revolutionary. And this is the only way to deal with the disruptions going on in our world right now. It's the only way. It's not the time to shrink. It's the time to expand. And James Clear says that if you're going 10x or 100x or 1000x, you don't increase complexity. You don't increase quantity. You actually go for simplicity. That simplicity comes through insight. So this is our investment of time and money in gaining insight, in gaining wisdom. Wow, this is going to be life-changing. Anyway, the seats are few. Grab yours fast. And I look forward to seeing you on May 23.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Leadership Live session. Wow. Thank you. Yes, I see so many people in already on the various platforms. Awesome. Okay, so this is a global community, okay? This is a global community, and this is always a global event. And it's been a few days. So, as usual, let's welcome those who are joining us for the first time, especially. And can we type in the cities, our cities, and our nations, just to give people an idea how and where we're joining from. Thank you, Pastor Tim Baker from Chicago. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your being here. Eitai is joining us from Lagos, and Joseph from Ijebu-Ode, Nigeria, and we have Omolola from Scotland, and Emmanuel from Houston, and Babatunde from Nigeria, and Kende from Edmonton, Canada, and Oxford from Nigeria, and Paul from Kaduna, and Tolu Lope from Lagos, and Mary from Zambia, and Emmanuel from Nigeria, and Adebola from the UK, Jide from Lagos, Pastor Daniel from Uganda, yes, and Joshua from Lagos, Dr. Stephen, good to see you again, right? Lagos, Nigeria, and Damola from Lagos, and Practical Filemaker from Accra, Ghana. See, I told you. Oluwabumi, thank you. From Nigeria, Ogun State, it's your second time, right? Yes. If you've been following me on social media, you would see I was out on break. Out to far away Singapore with my sweetheart. We do it around our anniversary. By the way, it's in the Shift book. At the beginning of the sheet book, I wrote how I took her to a restaurant many years ago in Lagos, Nigeria. It was in the evening and we were by the window and I told her, look outside. You know, the cars were moving up, we could see the colored lights and so on. And I said, forget that we're in Lagos, Nigeria, we're in New York, okay? I said, just imagine it because it's going to happen. I'm going to take you all over the world and we're going to eat at different restaurants like this. Yes, so we have countries and cities on our bucket list like that. It was good to tick Singapore off the bucket list, right? Last year it was Switzerland. Yeah. Next year it will be to be determined, TBD. Muiwa is joining us from Maryland, USA, and Chinyere from Lagos, Nigeria, and Lovely from Brooklyn, New York. Amazing. Bayonle from Nigeria, and Ramadani from Tanzania. Amazing. And Kaide, thank you for joining us. Your first time from Edmonton, Canada. Kingsley from Lagos, Nigeria. Gas from, George from Ile-Ife, Nigeria. And Olaleko from Liverpool in the UK. Paul from Kaduna. Johanna from Nigeria. Daniel from Toronto, Canada. Osbert from Ghana. It's global, isn't it? It's a global community. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Of course. I can't call out everyone, but the message is clear, right? That this is a global community, and I just wanted to say a big thank you to every single one of us. Thank you, the regulars, the people coming for the first time. Sam 7 from Accra, Ghana, I see you. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let's get straight to business because for some of us, it's actually late in the evening, right? And we don't want to hold us up for long. This is how we do it, right? We share. I talk. This is a leadership community. Leadership is the biggest issue, biggest challenge, biggest problem, and also the biggest opportunity in our world right now. We're feeling the impact of leadership directly. Okay? Where the head goes, that's where the rest of the body goes. The head has got to be right. And there is this famous saying in leadership circles, the fish rots from the head. Something goes wrong with the head, something goes wrong with the rest of us. So this is a huge, big issue in our community. And of course, I'll tell you that having studied the subject up to the doctoral level, it's a heartache just seeing what's going on in our world right now. However, the interesting thing also is that for those of us that have the leadership mindset, we see the world differently. Because one of the major qualities of a leader is vision. We're going to talk a bit about that today, okay? We're going to talk a bit about that today. So welcome, special welcome, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So the good news is that the Shift audiobook is here. Oh, before I get into that, so we usually do practicals for our leadership here, right? First, we have disabused our minds from the belief that it's only a few people that are leaders, the rest of us are followers, and there's nothing we can do about it. Perish the thought. Leadership is the ability to influence one or more people to achieve goals. And once you bring the definition down to that, all of us have the capacity to influence. So all of us have the potential for leadership. The more many of us abdicate our responsibility to develop our influence power and to deploy it, the easier it is for few people to manipulate the rest of us and take us where we don't want to go. You change the world when
you develop your influence ability and use it. That's what I'm saying. And honestly, once you start using it, you have no control over how far it will take you. That's it. So if you don't develop your influence ability and use it, all of us pay a heavy price for it. So for us in our community, all of us have capacity to lead. Now, this is what I ask you to do. Share right now. Share on, on your social media handle, on YouTube, on Facebook, everywhere. You can share directly with someone. You can repost or retweet. Get people to be aware of what's going on here. If it's just one person, I promise you, you have no idea where that person will be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You have no idea who's going to be a governor, who's going to be a senator, who's going to be a prime minister. You have no idea. This may be probably the greatest investment you'll make in someone's life. Good. So let's do it. Let's do it. Share, repost, retweet. Awesome. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good. Let me do it. Wow. So the good news, or the awesome news, not just good news, awesome news. Thank you, guys. Done. Good. Thank you. Oh, the awesome news. The Shift audiobook is out. People have been asking about it. So many of us have been asking, how about the audiobook for Shifts? 6 steps to transform your mindset and elevate your leadership. My latest book, published by one of the leading academic publishers in the world, and academic and non-fiction publishers in the world, John Wiley and Sons. Oh yes, there it is, right? Shifts, 6 steps to transform your mindset and elevate your leadership. Okay, so it's available now, right, on audiobook. What's the beauty of audiobooks? What is the beauty of audiobooks? The fact that when you are reading a book, you can't do something else, right? But when you're listening to audio, you can do something else. You can drive, right? You can drive, you can cook, right? You can be writing, you can do something else while you're listening to an audio. That's why so many people love audiobooks all over the world right now. Many people have turned their drive time to and from work into their own university. The Shift audiobook was published by RB Media, the biggest audiobook publisher in the world. This is what I'm going to give you the link, okay? I'm going to give you the link to it. I'm going to give you the link. But before I do that, the publishers gave us some free quotes. So we want to do a free giveaway, right? To 5 people. Okay. Free giveaway. Babe, listen to me. Free giveaway to 5 people. Okay. We're going to share a link on Instagram. Okay. A link to the post on my page on the audiobook on Instagram, and that's in the chat room, right? Good. And the first 5 people, right, to repost on Instagram with the hashtag that we're giving, Shift with Sam,
Okay, hashtag shift with sign. The first 5 people will get the codes to access the shifts audiobook free. Are we ready? Our team, are we ready? Right? Okay. Some people are set. They're good to go. Okay, let's go. So just pay attention to just pay attention to the chat room. Okay. And the moment you see the link, go for it. Hashtag shift with Sam. That's my big message right now, okay? It's time for us to create shifts in all areas of our lives. There you go. It's in the chat room. There you go. It's time for us to create shifts, big shifts. It's time for us to create big shifts in our lives. In the book, Shifts, Shifts, 6 steps to transform your mindset and elevate your leadership. The beautiful thing is Shift is a methodology that I discovered. Okay. Powerful transformation methodology that I have applied for upwards of 30 years. Okay. Thank you. Oh. John Adeyemi is going for this thing big time. Now, I have an uncle who bears that name and is very dear to me. Okay. So I hope that you win. Right. So the shift methodology rests on a principle. Whatever you see and hear consistently over time will enter your heart. It will go into your subconscious. And once you are programmed like that, it will put your life on autopilot. So it's a powerful principle. You look at the advertising industry, the media industry, the movie industry. These are powerful industries simply because of this principle. Whatever someone sees and hears consistently over time is going in, whether they're conscious of it or not. It's programming them. So the people that control our world, people that shape our world, these are the principles that they run. When they own a media house, they know what they're doing. When they fund movies, they know what they're doing. They're intentional about it. When they partner with entertainment influencers in the entertainment space, they are conscious about what they're doing, right? So, and for us in our community, this is what we're saying. We can't sit down and say, oh, the world is not going the way we want it to go. We're leaders, right? So we need to courageously step forward and apply these principles. So the shifts, the S in shifts stands for see, the H for hear. Remember, whatever you see and hear consistently over time will enter your heart. The I stands for insight. How to reflect deeply, make deductions, gain understanding into how the world works. And then the F is for formulate. That's for decision making. So now you understand what you've been doing will not get you the results that you want to get. Okay. Now you know what to do to get the results. So you say, instead of doing this, I'm going to do that. That's decision making, right? That's the F in the shift. That's formulate.
And then the T is transform. That's where you take action. Nothing moves until you move, right? But when you take action, it's such a powerful principle on its own, especially persistent action. And then the S is for success. You take persistent action, you'll succeed. And then you can repeat that process. Once you find what works, then you can repeat the process over and over and over again. Being successful becomes a habit for you. Amazing. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I believe you've been doing the reposting. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our team will find the first 5 people that reposted on Instagram. Okay, good. So it's a powerful principle, right? Powerful, powerful principle. And what I did in the book, now our discussion for today is going to be focused on a small part of it. Oh, by the way, I saw, good. Yes, Lake Sunon. You're from Benin Republic. Yes, I will be in Benin Republic on the 7th of June. There is a powerful conference holding at République du Benin. That's what we call it in French. In English, we call it Benin Republic, right? And at Cotonou, the capital. And the conference is being hosted by Dr. Paul Agoe. And we're going to have loads of business people and government officials there. And honestly, I love the heart of Dr. Agoe, because he says they want to make room for some students to also be in the room. Now, that's the way we also organize our conferences. There's just no way of doing leadership without investing in the future, without sowing visions and dreams in the hearts of young people. So this conference is an all-rounder. It's powerful. I want you to watch out on in the course of this week on my social media platforms. I'm going to be posting something about that conference, okay? And I'll tell you why I'm saying this and why I'm going there. It's because in the book Shifts, not only do I share the Shifts transformation methodology, I also specifically and intentionally share how to apply this methodology, transformation methodology, to your life. If you know my story, you're already aware. I've applied these principles to my life. Now, if you don't, I should let you know, right? I grew up from the middle belt of Nigeria, and so on. And at some point, when my dad's business crashed, our family went through a very difficult time. So I understand what poverty is about. However, in applying these principles, I have seen my life change so radically. It's a long way. It's a long way where I'm coming from and where I am now. It's amazing. And I can say exactly how I got here, right? It's no fluke. It's the application of principles. And you've got to know something about principles. They have no respect for persons. Principles have no respect for persons. They are color blind, race blind, status blind. They work for anyone. If you take a seed of maize or corn and you plant it, the laws of reproduction don't care what your social status is, how many degrees you have, where you come from. They work for everyone. If you go to the roof of a 5-story building and you jump, I promise you, gravity has no respect, right? For your educational qualification, has no respect for your social background or anything. Gravity works. And the one thing you have to understand about principles is that they contain power. They contain power, right? So whatever it is that pulls people down when they jump or when you throw your phone up, that's power at work. That's power, right? Whatever it is that enters the seed, the orange seed, and makes it to grow into a tree that has never existed before, that is power, right? Talking about principles, if you are of African descent like I am, I should warn you up front. Our culture is not built on principles. This is very important. It's built more on unverifiable myths, not researched and discovered principles that work with consistency. So we have the tendency to sidestep principles. And when we sidestep principles, we sidestep power. You know, we believe in the supernatural, we believe in miracles, and that's fine. But what some of us call miracles is just pure magic, right? The real power is the one that is governed by principles. Now, yes, I believe in God. I believe in his sovereignty. He can sidestep principles, okay, to make anything happen. However, when he created our world, he did not create it with the intention of breaking principles every single day just because he wants to bless you. Okay? If not, he will be putting bags of corn in your house every single day, or bags of rice. Doesn't work like that. Okay? That's why the parts of the world that do not value principles are behind. Good. So I'm just saying, I've applied these principles at a personal level. I've gotten results. So in the book, I have a chapter on personal shifts. Then I have a chapter on professional shifts. And there I discuss how you can apply this methodology to teams and to organizations. It's amazing. Now, I've done that and I continue to do it. You'll be amazed. Powerful stories. I have loads and loads of stories. I don't have the time to share all of them today. But what I want to draw your attention to is the chapter that I call Global Shifts. And what I discussed there what I discussed there has to do with the application of this methodology to nations. I want to see nations change. And that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm going to Republic of Benin. In January, I was in Belize, in the nation of Belize. In February, I was in Ghana. In Ghana, I had the opportunity to, give, to present the book, right? This book to the Cabinet Secretary for the Federal Cabinet and to the Speaker of the Parliament. Now, in Nigeria, a number of governors and ex-governors have received the book. I just happened to meet the governor of my home state in Nigeria at the airport lounge. I quickly autographed the copy and gave him a copy to read, just so that the next time we see, we can have something to discuss. Okay, good. So there's a possibility that you are a governor going to somewhere to happen, right? Or a president or a senator. So why don't we actually just discuss? Good. So yes, is there a French version? The publishers are working on it. I have specifically requested for a French version because between 60 to 70% of all the French-speaking people in the world reside in Central and West Africa. And I've been to quite a number of the countries, I must say, from Benin Republic to Togo to Cote d'Ivoire to Burkina Faso to Senegal to Niger, right? I've been around a bit and I still plan to go to several other countries. So yes, we are working on the French version. All right. So I believe that I'm going to see nations change. That's why I wrote that chapter in the book. Now, there's a class that I have been teaching for some 20 years or so at our Daystar Leadership Academy in Lagos, Nigeria. It's a class called National Development, and that I teach, I teach on how nations can be transformed there. However, I'll tell you the class that thrills me the most. Every July of every year, we run our Daystar Leadership Academy program for teenagers from the ages of 13 to 19. It's always a large class. We have a few thousands of them in the class. So when I teach them on national transformation, and when we get to a point, I play a video. That video shows pictures and videos of Nigeria the way it is now. I mean, the worst part of it, right? And then somewhere along the line, and there's background music, and then somewhere along the line, it changes, right? And then we begin to show pictures that we developed in our office of what Nigeria will look like in the future. The cities, the infrastructure, the train stations, the airports, the police headquarters. And so, oh my God, it's a beautiful sight. But you know what happens? The moment we change the pictures like that and we begin to show the future, the beautiful Nigeria, what it will like in the future, the class becomes animated. Those young people, you hear them shouting, clapping, excited, chatting among themselves. They're so excited seeing those pictures. Vision is a powerful thing. Vision is a powerful thing. Okay? So, whatever a nation sees and hears consistently over time will enter the hearts of the people in the nation and put them on autopilot. Let me talk about how powerful the autopilot is. People underestimate the power of habits. People underestimate the power of habits. It's internal programming, right? That when you see and hear something consistently over time, it programs you from the inside. It becomes a part of who you are. It influences how you see the world, how you interpret phenomena. Life is not fixed. Life is not fixed. Life is how you see it. The situations that are impoverishing some people are the very situations that are enriching others. In fact, some of the situations that are destroying some people are the situations that are empowering others and making them to prosper. It depends on what you decide to see. It depends on how you see. Wars are not good. I pray for all wars to cease in our world right now, but I'm telling you, wars make people billionaires. That's why some of them don't end easily. So, from a leadership perspective, right, I see possibilities. I see possibilities. Every nation that I am, I see possibilities. I see possibilities. I see possibilities for your nation. I see possibilities for my own nation and nations, right? Good. So, I just quickly want to draw your attention to some of the things I wrote in the book, right? On one fact that programming, I don't see a lot of leaders taking effort towards it. Many of us made New Year resolutions, right, for this year. And right now, some of those resolutions they've had accidents, right? They're not working anymore. Why? There's a famous saying attributed to the management guru, Peter Drucker. It says that Peter Drucker said that culture will eat your strategy for breakfast. Culture will eat your strategy for breakfast. Now, culture is to a group what habits are to individuals. When you do something consistently over time, after some time, it sinks into your subconscious. You don't even need to think about it anymore, like driving, right? You don't even need to think about it anymore. You just do it automatically. That automatic is the one we're talking about. That if you don't change it, whenever you set goals and those goals are not in alignment with your automatic programming will overcome. Your automatic programming will override the new goals that you are setting. That's why many people don't achieve their goals. That's why many transformation efforts fail for individuals, for organizations, and for nations. Well, let me talk about nations. So any leader who does not have the capacity to shift people's mindsets, to change their programming, and therefore shift their value system and their beliefs, and ultimately shift their behavior, any leader that cannot do that cannot create any sustainable change. So you can imagine when I listen to leaders over and over again, I know whether a leader has the capacity to shift culture or not. And I know whether they're going to succeed or not in creating change. I know, right? Anyway, but let's forget about other people. We're talking about us, right? You and I, and our capacity to shift mindsets and values and behavior and ultimately culture. So if I ask you, what are those institutions that have the capacity? What are those institutions that have the capacity to influence what people see and hear in a nation? What are those institutions that have the capacity to influence what people see and hear consistently in the nation? Because they're the ones that shape the culture. Churches, thank you. Or more broadly, religion. Religion, thank you. Schools, thank you. The media, thank you. This is a brilliant community. This is a brilliant community. Thank you. Yes. People go to religious houses, they go to churches, they go to mosques, week in, week out. Religious leaders have a they have very powerful influence on the shaping of mindsets and culture. When people listen to religious leaders, they don't listen to them the way they listen to politicians, for example, right? Because religious leaders are seen as the representatives of God. So people take in what a religious leader says most of the time without even questioning, right? And that's it. The potential in terms of positive effect is huge. The potential destruction is also huge. So in the Shift book, I wrote a story about one of our church members who watched a program on TV once in Nigeria. The program was in one of our local languages, and at that time we had a few air crashes in Nigeria. The pastor was warning his members about flying in aircraft. He was warning his members about flying in aircraft. He was warning them. And then he described to them how the white man creates aircraft. He said that the white man creates the shell, right? The body of the aircraft, and then he takes the power of witchcraft, puts it inside it. That it is the power of witchcraft that it uses to fly. When the gentleman told me, I screamed. I said, Are you sure? Are you sure what you're talking about? He said, Son, I watched it myself. I said, oh my God. I was flabbergasted. You know why? It was deeply saddening, because I knew automatically that pastor was instilling fear in the heart of his members, and he was putting a cap, a ceiling over their lives. How far does somebody want to go in our day and age without flying? Yeah, there are many places you can go without flying, but if you are going to go across oceans, you got to fly, right? And okay, so I'm just talking about the influence, the power, and honestly, because yes, I'm a leadership coach. I'm a speaker all over the world, right? I'm a global speaker, but I'm also a pastor. And I want to plead because I know there is the very likelihood. Yeah, in fact, it's not likelihood. There are some pastors that are attending this live event right now. And I just want to say we have a huge opportunity on our hands, because when you go through the Bible, you'll be amazed at how you will see the shift principle at work. Whatever you see and hear consistently over time, it's huge, and it's all through the Bible. It's powerful. It's powerful. Should I give you an illustration? There was a time when poisonous snakes were biting the Israelites, right, in the desert, and they were dying. And when Moses prayed to God, God told him to create a bronze serpent and to put it on the pole. Told him to lift it up and said, tell those people, when a snake bites them, they should not look at the problem. They should not look at the pain. They should not look at the snake bite. They should look at the snake, the one that you have up here, and they'll be healed. Do you realize that bronze, that serpent on the pole is the sign of the medical profession till now? Right? So what you focus on, right, will change your life. This principle runs all through. So I'm just pleading with those of us that are leaders in the religious space. Destinies are at stake. If you're especially on the African continent, we're way behind the rest of the world, and teaching things that are not true, teaching things that have no biblical foundation, they're not going to set our people free. We're not going to make any progress, right? Expecting some miraculous person, Messiah, to show up and become president of the country and change that country is not going to work. It will never work. Culture will consume the person. You check the history of your nation, right? If the people are largely ignorant, if there's no value for excellence, if there's no value for human life, the culture consumes whoever shows up in leadership, however good they may be. Okay, so we actually need that mass lifting of people. Mass lifting of people. Anyway, we don't have the time to discuss in details each of these platforms, but you can see them. Let me go through the chat room again and mention, because practically all of them are in the book. The schools, in the book, The Role of Education. It's there in the Shifts book, The Power of the Media. And I back everything I say up, right? I back everything I say up with data, with research. So yes. So the Shifts audiobook. So team, can we put the link in the chat room? I'm sure we have the link, right? And we can put it in the chat room. Some people want to get it right away. Right away, right? So we've mentioned religion, right? We've mentioned education, the schools, the family. If you ask me, I'll tell you the family is the most powerful leadership institution in the world. The family, right? Good. The entertainment industry. The entertainment industry, there are shocking things that I wrote in the book about the power of the entertainment industry. It's there, right? Yes, schools and media, family, religion, yes, the entertainment industry, those are major ones, right? Those are major ones. Good. So if you ever find yourself, thank you. So the link to the audiobook is there. The link to the audiobook is there in our chat room. Okay. Now, if you want to buy the book itself, it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon everywhere in the world, right? If you are anywhere in the Western Hemisphere, it's in the major bookshops. You can actually just go on their websites and find out.
In the UK, Waterstone, the rest of them. In Australia, it's there, everywhere. Okay? Yes. Yes, sports is part of entertainment, actually. Sports is so powerful these days. Okay? So if you are in the US, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, Target, ask them for the book. Okay? Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. I'm going to allow some questions. Okay. Oh, yes. Music is part of entertainment. I actually wrote something about music in the book and I backed it with research. It's powerful because somebody said that music is one thing that bypasses everything and enters your heart without your permission. So powerful. Oh, the book title, Shifts, 6 Steps to Transform Your Mindset and Elevate Your Leadership. If you're in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria, there's a bookshop. So there's also the e-version. There's the digital version, right? Yes, there's the digital version. It's on Kindle. It's on other platforms. And if you go to wiley.com, wiley.com, it's there, right? I know some people ask, okay. So if we want to invite you to speak, right? How do we go about it? If we want to invite you to speak, how do we go about it? Because I speak all over the world, right? If you have a conference and you believe that I would be able to add value, I'll tell you, most everywhere I go now, this is what I talk about. It's powerful. In Nigeria, Family First Bookshop is located on the premises of Daystar Christian Center, Oregun, Lagos, Nigeria. Also, Roving Heights Bookshop. You can just go on social media and type at Roving Heights. At Roving Heights. They have bookshops all over Nigeria and they deliver all over Nigeria, right? And you can make your orders from them. Oh, Daniel says just got audiobook on Amazon Audible. There you go. Thank you. Okay. So if you want me to speak at your conference, or some people say, is it possible to get a one-on-one with you? I'll tell you, yeah, I run multiple organizations, speak all over the world and all that. I devote most of my time right now advising leaders, the founders and CEOs, governors, presidents, because of the massive influence that they have on other people's lives, right? One person is transformed, thousands of people or hundreds of people or probably millions of people are transformed. So I prioritize that a lot, but you can always find out how I do these things from my link tree, right? linktr.ee/Sam Adeyemi. There you go. It's showing on the screen. When you go there, you will have the button to click and you can just give us information that you're interested in inviting me to speak or you're interested in coaching. We have events coming up, very powerful, life-changing events coming up next week, end of next week, Friday and Saturday at the Marriott in Lagos, Nigeria. Only 50 people. Now we run conferences that have hundreds of people or thousands of people. This one, only 50 people, okay? And the seats are almost gone. So if you rush, you can get your own seat. It's there, the link is there. If you're in Toronto, Canada, get ready. We're coming. We have this big retreat, right? Yes, we call it the Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable. It's for people that want to go 10x, 100x. You'll be amazed. making big shifts does not come from struggling. It does not come from struggling. It comes from just seeing the world in a new way. And the easiest way to do it is to hang around successful people. Yep. Just hang around. So that's why on the Friday, 23rd of May, we're just having dinner together. It can be life-changing. Life-changing. Meeting someone, one person, can be the door to your next level, 10x, 100x. So you'll see what we talk about. Well, for those at that level already, I don't need to convince you you're there already, because that's how it works, right? So just dinner and networking. That's what we're doing on the Friday. On the Saturday, full session from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I have requested for my friend, Dr. Joseph Ajepon, is the chairman of the Jospon Group of companies in Ghana. They have over 60 companies, in their. They have over 60 companies, right, in their group. Huge operation. When I speak there every January, they invite me to speak at the leadership conference just for their own managers, and they have some 2,000 people, just managers within their own operations, right? It's phenomenal. And I've requested for him to come. Huge wealth of experience there to answer any question, right? I have one other person come in, and I'll keep that as a secret till next week. Okay, good. So on the link tree, you'll find the button for that. And there is this other one we call the C-Suite Retreat. That holds every July. Now that's for founders, right? That's for people with huge operations, right? Yeah, and that one, we have only 20 people. And it's holding in Dubai, right? But we take very good care of them because they're not people who worry about money. So we take very good care. We blow them out of the water, right? We use a resort that is 7-star. Okay, good. They're all on the link tree. Do you have any question for me before we go? I'm going to take a few questions before we go. Thank you, Kanyisola. Glad to see that Shifts is now available on Apple Books. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you would like to attend any of the events, right? But you have questions, send me an email, info@samadeemiglc.com, right? If you need to resolve any issue, if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer your question, okay? Any event in the USA? That's the question I'm seeing. Yes. In January, we had the Shift conference in Lagos, Nigeria, right? In September, on September 13, we're coming to the DMV area, right? That's DC, Maryland, and Virginia at the College Park Marriott. The last time we were there, 2023, right? It was almost a full house. This one is going to be packed out, right? So in fact, we have a wait list for it already, and it is on that link tree. We have a wait list, and it's on that link tree, right? Get on the wait list because those are the people who give the opportunity to buy the tickets first before we make the tickets available to the public, just to be very sure you'll get your seat. Good. So yes, there's a limit to the number of events we can run in a year, right? So June 13 and 14 will be in Toronto, Canada, right? And it's the small one, 50 people, Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable. I think we have a wait list for that also. You can quickly put your name there. Good. The Apostolic Tribes. I just got the audiobook on Amazon. I can't wait to start listening to it. Thank you. Okay. What's the greatest cheat to leadership? Just one, sir, that you have learned from experience. Love people. Love people. See, you can be abstract in your thinking about leadership and just think that it's about occupying a position, having a big title and having authority, to make decisions over people, and you'll be tricked. Remember, leadership is ability to influence one or more people. Now, the greatest route to influence is loving people genuinely, caring for people genuinely. Sadly, you won't get that from a lot of the models of leadership that we have, not only in countries, but also even in organizations and nations. Somehow, we come up with the idea that we need to be feared, right? And we maximize the authority of the positions that we hold. The only thing is this, right? This is the thing. If you were to move from that position, will the people that are following you still be happy to follow you? If your answer is no, you are operating at the lowest level of leadership. We call it position. It's the lowest level where people are obeying you, following you simply because you have the position, you have the authority, you have the title, and your authority derives from the position and the title. If that's all people are willing to do with you, you are at the lowest level of leadership. If the same people that obey you because you have a position and title will be happy to follow you, even if you did not have the position and title, then I promise you're a good leader. The only route to that, care for people genuinely, love people. When you love people, what do? You are willing to sacrifice for them. If you could just sacrifice for them, if you could sacrifice, if you're willing, before you even sacrifice, let's talk about the things that you've done that have helped you to get to where you are. Are you willing to share them? When I'm reading a book that is very helpful to me, I share them, right? I let people know what I'm reading. I let my people know. Sometimes we even buy a book for everybody. Sometimes, right? I teach them. If I'm reading something and the thing is really, the insights are really blowing my mind, I share with my team. I want them to succeed. I don't even want them to doubt it. So you ask me, what would be like the hack for leadership? Put the highest value on people, care for them genuinely and deeply, and be willing to empower them to be the best that they could be. You'll be amazed how loyal they will be to you. You will be amazed at how loyal they will be to you. I know in the boardroom now, you don't hear that word love. You don't hear that word love. Why? Because right now, when you say love, the only connotation people have in their minds is romance, something romantic. No, that's not what I'm talking about. My definition of this dimension of love is the recognition and celebration of value in another person. Okay, putting the highest value possible on the human being, because the human being is the most valuable asset on this planet. When you do, you will notice gaps between that highest value and their reality. What do you want to do? You want to bridge that gap. That's what leaders do. That if you see someone hungry, that's why you give them food, right? See someone without shoes, that's why you want to give them shoes. You want to make their lives better. However, the greatest journeys they will make in their lives are the journeys they make in their mind. That's why you want to teach them. That's why you want to give them a vision. That's why you want to motivate them, right? To improve their lives and to move forward. All right, good. That was almost a seminar. Okay, the big question related to what I spoke about from the Shift book. How can we speed up the positive life transforming change we need in our beloved country, Nigeria. Well, should I say in all of our beloved countries, right? First, apply the shift principles to your own life. It's difficult for you to take people where you have not been, right? It's difficult for you to tell them how to make the journey. It's difficult for them to develop trust in you to know how to make the journey. So you've got to make the journey first. Pay attention to your character, right? You've got to continue to improve in your character, in your capacity for integrity. Okay, continue to bridge the gap. Okay, in terms of your capacity for integrity, for honesty. People can't trust leaders that lie. Okay, keep your promises, right? If you can't keep them, don't make them. Good. Develop your capacity to love. Develop your capacity for humility. Power and human nature don't mix well. Power and human nature don't mix well. People crave for power, they don't know what they're asking for. It comes with the potential for moral destruction, right? It has the potential to turn you into someone you never planned on becoming. So you need to balance power with humility, having a correct estimation of yourself. Humility is not denigrating yourself and calling yourself useless and whatever and a worm. No. It's just correct estimation. Okay, which means in the first place, you don't even compare yourself with other people. Okay, you compare yourself with your vision, right? Good. And then, having developed your character, focus on developing competence, skill. You've got to find what your talents are, what your gifts are, and then you've got to get education, get training, right? Develop your skills to the highest level of excellence, because leadership is service, right? And you want to have the capacity to serve people well. Good. So once you're making some journey, begin to train other people, teach other people, share with other people, empower other people, teach other people, mentor other people, okay? Start. So before you take on the whole nation, just start where you are with what you have. Start where you are with what you have and gradually increase in capacity. So we've gotten 3 C's now, right? You're building your character, you're building your competence. Now you build your capacity. So you do it at a small level. Don't say that any assignment is small. Attack it. Give it your best shot. If I'm speaking to 20 people, I speak the way I'll speak to 20,000. Give it your best. You never know. Out of those 20 people, you don't know who's sitting there, who could be the door to your speaking to 20,000, right? And then every opportunity you have is a rehearsal for the ones coming in the future. Okay? So use your small opportunities well, and then you will find out bigger ones will come. An opportunity, I read this many years ago, I don't even know who the author of the quote is. An opportunity grasped and used well produces at least one other opportunity. That's why I don't joke with opportunities. An opportunity grasped and used well produces at least one other opportunity. Okay? So that's how you will eventually find out that before you know it, you'll be operating at the national level, like I am operating at the national level. I went on radio in my late 20s and was shocked. Right? It was an inspiration. I followed it. I did it afraid. I didn't even have the money to do it. I did it anyway. And then I was shocked that thousands and thousands and thousands of people were listening to me. That's the way it works. It's easier today than it was for me 30 years ago. You have your phone. You have social media. Anything you want to say, your phone is now your own TV station, your radio station, your media house. Put it there. With the intention to add value to people. Look, don't join all those crazy things going on social media, and then you're busy fighting some tough wars that are totally unnecessary. No, have a reputation for adding value.
Leverage social media to do that, okay? That's how you go national now. It's much easier now to go global, isn't it? Exactly. Okay, so having said that, I end here. Then apply the principles that we mentioned about. Are you going to operate in the religious sector? Are you going to operate in the educational sector? Are you going to function in the media space, like I've been talking about? Okay. Use them to shift mindsets. Use them to shift mindsets, right? Let's shift people's minds on a mass scale. Let's do it together, okay? And then let's pray that things are going to end well, right? Good. Terrell is asking, are you having any conference in Atlanta? Not this year, but obviously it won't be long from now. It won't be long from now. All right. Paul says, thank you very much for this session. Awesome. Thank you. Great book. Sam says, great book. I just finished reading the book. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. If you would give just one advice to a young person looking to scale the globe as a leadership expert like you, what advice will you give? Just everything I just said. You got to work on your character. Don't go for fame, right? When you've not had the capacity to manage it. So build your character, build competence, and then increase your capacity gradually. But also know that it's simpler to go global today than it ever was. The internet, is it? Is there opportunity to join virtually on those conferences? The small ones, no. The big one, the Shift conference in Maryland, very likely. All right. Amazing. Thank you, everyone. All right, that's it for today. We'll be yes, we'll be back next week. You watch out for our announcements. Remember, if you are in Nigeria or anywhere close to Nigeria, do everything possible to get in to the Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable. In the years that I have learned to hang around successful people, they've expanded my mind. I'm telling you, they've expanded my mind. So you want to make your way into the Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable, okay? Go on my link tree, book your seat right away. Dominic says, thank you so much, sir. You inspire me so much. I live in Australia and looking for when to connect directly. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, there are some people talking to me in Australia about when I'll be able to come there to run. They say they want me to go around 4 cities in Australia within a week, within a few days. Okay, so, but God bless you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. So thank you. Amazing. Bright says, thank you so much. So one day I will travel for these conferences. Zambia won't be my limit. Absolutely. Hey. It was 1990. I said I was going to attend a conference in South Korea. I didn't even have a job, right? So it didn't happen. I was looking at the magazine. I was looking at the advert for that conference in South Korea. I didn't go. But what I'll tell you is this, that eventually my life so powered up that one day I said to my wife, I said, I can go for that conference now. I can go now, right? In February, I spoke in Ghana. I spoke for Dr. Mensa Otabil. And I shared the story there, how the first time I heard him speak around 1993, 94, he sold 2 books and all the money on me could buy only one. And now he invited me to speak at a global conference, right? Same platform. It works, right?
It works. It works. So I agree with you, Bright. No limit for you. You'll see your life power forward in the days coming, and your dreams are coming to pass. And that's what I say to everyone. Also, Emmanuel, thank you. Emmanuel says, let's do something together in Italy next year for pastors and leaders. We're open to that. Please send us an email, info@samadeyemiglc.com. Right? Abidjan. Well, I've been to Abidjan. I came to speak for the Global Leadership Summit. So generally, if we have people anywhere, if we have people, any group of people who are willing to invite us, we will give it serious consideration. Thank you, Austin. Says you're a blessing to our generation and generations unborn. I did notice Pastor Tim asked for prayer. I want to believe there are also some people on this call, right? This platform is open to people of all religions, but I want to believe there are people also who will not mind me praying. Is there anyone else like that? All right, let's pray before we go. Lord, we're grateful. We thank you that the things that are impossible with men are possible with God. That's it. Once we bring you into the conversation, impossibilities lose their definition. They dissolve away. I stand with everyone that is a part of this live event, especially today, and I declare for each one victory. I stand with each one to receive a new level of spiritual authority to possess new territories, authority to achieve victory in every area of life. I receive for you progress. I declare healing. I declare restoration. I declare open doors. I speak to the desires of your heart right now. I speak to those desires, those pictures in your heart, and I declare they are becoming the reality of your life. Good news is coming for you in the next few days. Good news is coming for you, and we believe and receive the answers to these prayers. God will protect you, protect your family, give you peace of mind, give you joy, and grant your heart's desires in Jesus' name. Amen, 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 amen. Oh, amazing, amazing. This has really been an amazing one. Ayola says, I read one of your books, Start With What You Have, and it really blessed my life. Thank you. Thank you. So we hear. Oh, before I go, I wrote a book many years ago. Let me get it from my shelf. This book, Ideas Rule the World. Just like Ayola just said about start with what you have, I wrote start with what you have first. Many people started their businesses from that book. And then this one, many people also started their businesses from this book. Someone met me at the lounge in Lagos earlier this year. I think that was February. I was flying from Lagos to Heathrow, London. And this gentleman walked up to me and said, I started my businesses from what I got from your book, Ideas Rule the World. And he said, I'll meet you on the aircraft. On the aircraft, it happened that our seats were next to each other. He gave me money. He gave me pounds sterling, just to say thank you. You know what happened? This book is 25 years old. It was first published in the year 2000. Can you imagine? And we're still getting stories. Thank you. Bright says the same thing. Ideas Rule the World was my first book from you. It helped me change how I look at opportunities. You know what I want to request from you? We want to produce a 25th anniversary edition. It will be limited. It will be limited in number, very limited in number. I want to include people's stories. If you have an Ideas Rule the World story, like Bright does, can you send me the story, short story by email, info@samadeyemiglc.com, info@samadeyemiglc.com. I'm not promising that every story will be included, but at least you will have a chance of partnering with us to transform people's lives with your story. 25th anniversary, limited edition of Ideas Rule the World. Thank you everyone for joining us from all over the world. Thank you. I wish you a beautiful evening, a restful night, or it's Australia, right? An amazing day. God bless. Bye.
Their leader. The time of increased uncertainty, unpredictability, and volatility is not a time to shrink, it's a time to multiply. It's a time to expand. And that's exactly what we'll be doing at the Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable on May 23 and 24 in Lagos, Nigeria. I have passionately supported entrepreneurs and high-level professionals the last few decades to unleash their potential and to realize them. So this is going to be a very special event. I'm inviting two of my experienced business friends to join me in answering questions, in solving real problems. So the smartest thing you could do right now, grab your seat, and then I'll see you on May 23.